So, my attempt to sail across the Mediterranean was a disaster.
Watch this. If you instill the fear of God, you eliminate the fear of anything else. We're not thinking about the fact that we're not getting the lion's share of our masters because we're making the money on tour, and then tour has girls, and tour has the arena.
Captain's log, October 20th, Marseille, France. Today is the day I do my first offshore sail. Last month I bought a boat, the Black Rose, and today we set sail across the Mediterranean, 650 nautical miles from Marseille to Malta. It's gonna be a hell of an adventure. The weather is not looking good. It's supposed to be 30 knot gusts and the wind is against us. We're going to go out and see what it's like, and hopefully the weather's kind. And we're off! So the first attempt to cross to Corsica failed miserably. The weather was too bad. Big waves, gusts of 30 knots. We were heading directly into it. We were trying to go to Toulon up the coast. It was pointless and it was tiresome and difficult and a bit scary, to be honest. Yesterday was even worse. Gusts over 40 knots. It would have been catastrophic. Today the weather is, well, not looking good, let's just say. 30 knots, but at least now we know the weather will improve in the next 24 hours as opposed to get worse. Yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. So we've been traveling about 3 hours off the coast of Marseille directly south. It's been a bumpy ride, but we're making progress. And when the weather turns, we're going to tack back towards Corsica. Night shift, 11 o'clock, wrecked. Finally get to get some sleep. Day 2. So, we got out of the danger zone last night around 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. should I say. And then around 2 a.m. We had the opposite problem. We had too little wind, so we started up the motor, and now we're motoring towards Bonifacio, South Corsica, directly there. We have an autopilot engaged here, so let's check this out. So this basically is attached to the rudder. We set the degrees and it moves the rudder accordingly back and forth in whatever direction we want. Pretty cool, huh? I'll go Fabio. You're on camera. Waiting for the wind, exactly. Reading Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss. Big book for a big sail. pasta and tuna for lunch. Pesto. Sails back up. So now we're doing about 4 or 5 knots. So we're coming to the end of day 2. And as the weather changed, we also changed our plan. Instead of going through Corsica and Sardinia, we're now going to come down the west side of Sardinia, not the east side, because there's supposed to be bad weather coming up the east side. So now we've added an extra day onto our first stop, and we're heading directly for the southern part of Sardinia. Friday evening. We're hoping to get there for Sunday morning if we keep up this speed of 5 knots or so. Let's see. Tomorrow is another day. Day 3 at sea. So it's coming up on midday. Make good speed through the night. But our autopilot here nearly ran out of juice. Our batteries nearly ran out of juice, so we're running the motor now. I almost didn't want to start. That would have been a disaster. So just to be safe, we're going to go into land a bit earlier, hopefully around 9 o'clock tonight. We'll be hitting the marina in Sardinia, and we might stay the night there, rest up, have a shower, and then leave Sunday morning. But things wouldn't go to plan that night. We pushed the engine too hard. There was a strange smell. Suddenly, our lights went out. Then we saw the smoke. A fire in the engine room.
Station calling for assistance, and I am 2 people on board. So far everything is under control, but I have no engine. I will require a tow.
But the pressure from the ropes was too much. So we called the Coast Guard, and they tried to tow us, but the pressure from the line broke off the front cleat of the boat. We had to sail through the night in the darkness, close to the shore. Our battery's dying, we were on borrowed time. So we tried to sail inland and call another towing boat, and this is what we've had to do. Try through the internals, hopefully it works. Hopefully it holds. We've got another 8 nautical miles to go, so fingers crossed. A few hours later, at 5 AM, we finally made land. The Black Rose was going nowhere, stuck in Sardinia until springtime. And I was on the next flight home.